Well, it could have been worse. Hey, what's up guys? It's me, Anthony, here to give you guys another movie review. This time it is for Palm Springs. So I see that a lot of people are really liking this movie. I think it has like a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, audience score and critic score. And I was really hoping that I was going to go into this movie like really excited, really happy, coming out of it and be like, this is one of the better comedies I've seen. Sadly, that's not the case. Palm Springs tells the story of two people that are trapped in the same day and have to literally repeat it every day. And it doesn't help that it's a wedding that is really bad. And it's just about them two trying to figure out what is life and is it worth even living or caring or trying to attempt to get out of the situation that they're in. I don't think this movie is bad. I don't think it's that good either. I know a lot of people are saying like, oh, it's a fresh take on the whole time loop thing and playing the same day over and over again. Kind of like Groundhog Day and Happy Death Day, if you've seen those. Those are two similar movies where a person in the film is just replaying the same days, trapped in this infinite time loop, right? But I think where Groundhog Day and Happy Death Day differ from Palm Springs is those two have the same premise, same thing, but they put a unique spin on it. And I heard and I read a lot of people saying the same thing about Palm Springs, but I couldn't find myself figuring out where that unique spin was. I guess that it's set at a wedding? I don't know. But even with the negative stuff that I have to say about this film, there is some positives, quite a few. I think that Andy Samberg, this is his best film to date. I loved his other movies, like the Pop Star movie. I like that one. But this one, I think he gets to show his emotional side, his vulnerable side, his more serious side, if that's even possible. And I was really thrown off guard by it. I wasn't expecting Andy Samberg, the guy from Lonely Island and Saturday Night Live. And even though this comedy wasn't necessarily for me, some of the jokes do land. I mean, this happens in all comedy, right? Some jokes land, some don't. It's just all about preference. But I think the standout in this movie is J.K. Simmons. His character is amazing, and the characters and the interaction that he has with Andy Samberg's character, I just wish we had a movie just revolving them two. They touch on it a little bit in this movie, but I just wanted more. Now to get to the negatives about this movie, and there's a lot. So like I said before, there's nothing really new about this movie that it brings to the genre of the constant time loop and going back in time and everything. Also, the humor is not for me. Like I said before, it's just like high school humor. There's like talk about dicks and vaginas and sex and stuff, and they're like, ooh, you said dick, or ooh, you said vagina. I'm like, these are grown adults. Yeah, whatever. But I think the biggest problem I have with this film is one of the main characters, played by Cristin Milioti. I'm horrible with names, sorry. But her character is opposite Andy Samberg, and you know, we have to focus on them majority of the film. And her character is just not redeemable at all. She's pretty much a vile person. And I get that's what they're trying to say in this movie, and they try to do this whole thing where they like, oh, she's relatable with Andy and they're both really bad, and you know, they try to redeem her at the end, but it just doesn't work for me. And like I said, she's a really bad person, and I was hoping that they would kind of, you know, rectify that, and they do that in the movie. But then since it's, you know, they're dealing with time travel, they go back in time, and then everything that she did to kind of make everything okay is erased, and then they just end the movie, and I'm like, but you're still a bad person. You didn't change anything. But overall, guys, I think with all comedies, this is just your preference. If you're into this kind of comedies, if you like the comedians that are in here, then you're probably gonna like this movie. Me personally, I didn't really like it. I thought it was okay. I don't think it's the most horrible movie I've ever seen this year. And trust me, there's a lot of bad movies that I've seen this year. But what's more important is for you to let me know what you think of Palm Springs in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all those stuff, guys. Also, check out my Twitter so you can stay up to date with my channel. And as always, guys, keep watching movies.